You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. This is a very nice quote I read this morning, and I love it. And I hope you do too. And today is an amazing day in this very beautiful Mediterranean island of Cyprus. And to spice it up, I have here with me an amazing couple, great souls. And we're going to be having some nice, deep conversations, really real conversations. But before that, let me tell you a little bit about the island of Cyprus. Cyprus is a very small island that has a lot of rich history and value, but it has also opened a door I call the reinvention door. That means people come here and reinvent their life. And this to me is absolutely amazing. And today we have great builders in the house. We have Clementine. She came all the way from France, I believe. Yes. Bonjour, Clementine. Good. And we have Krasimir, all the way from Bulgaria. If I got it right, it's Dubre or True?
Добро утро.
Dubre or True, Krasimir. That means good morning. I'm not doing bad, yeah?
No.
All right. And so with that, we can sit here and talk about the weather and do pleasantries, but let's cut the chase and get right to business. Imagine leaving your familiarity, leaving your country, leaving your comfort zone, and going to a place you know nothing and starting a business or starting something new from zero. This is difficult, I believe. And today we are going to be having some good questions for you and for you to see how this is possible or how it is not possible. So let me not do the ladies before gentlemen. This time I'm going to break it. I will start with the man of the house. I will be starting with Krasimir. When you first arrived in Cyprus, was it meant to be permanent or was it just a chapter of your life?
It was actually the new beginning. I sold my business in Bulgaria.
Mhm.
I had some crash with my girlfriend,
Ooh.
and I didn't see much to stay there. And I called a friend of mine. I said, I'm going to Cyprus with you. I don't know where it is, but I'm ready for new beginnings. He said, okay. And I came on the island. I came on the island to become a barman or waiter with zero English level, with zero knowledges of being a waiter or being barman. But I had the attitude. The attitude, I can do it because I had my own business in Bulgaria. I was passing through difficult times, so I was ready for it. I flew only one time with airplane when I was small child, like 5 years old. But I was excited. I was excited. I even didn't know where Cyprus is. For all Bulgarians, when you tell them before Cyprus, they think it's Greece. I like Greece. And it was unknown. But for me, unknown, I was ready for it. Maybe I was too tired of what was in Bulgaria. I was ready to start from the beginning, to start a new white page and to draw on it. So I was ready. I didn't have the white page, I didn't have the pen, but I was ready to go there.
Yes. So one of the good things that you said that I love so much is yes, you started from zero, but you had the attitude. Meaning if you are placed in a place of zeroness, will you be able to continue or you need all your past to be able to continue? And that's really powerful. So let's switch to Clementine. How was it for you when you first settled here? What did it feel like for you?
Well, it was a little bit also like Krasimir. I just finished one relationship and I was supposed to come not on my own, but I came on my own. And but I just say I will move on and this is what I'm going to do. And it felt, yes, unfamiliar, unknown, a little bit scary at the beginning to be on my own here. Also this is the way we adapt usually. So, the culture, the roles, even tone of the speech. And for
Yes.
me, when I hear the Cypriot at the beginning, they speak sometimes loud, and I was thinking all the time they're angry.
Oh,
So I was a little bit uncomfortable at the beginning, and then I settle down. I make friends. I learn a little bit more about the culture.
that's true, guys. Cypriots can be a little bit loud, but they're doing it lovingly. Don't be scared. They're not angry. All right, let's switch it up. Let's move to Krasimir. What is it about Cyprus? I know you talked about it was an unknown zone for you. What is it about Cyprus that finally convinced you to say, I can build something here?
When I came in Cyprus, it was something I didn't have in Bulgaria, and this was the peace in me. I may sound with thousands of people, but the weather make for me the difference. The sea, not so much the people, because I was surrounded with a different kind of internationally people from Poland, from Hungary, from Bulgaria, from Russia, from anywhere except Cyprus, because I was working in the hotel. But after this, I decided to create what they say, what you don't have, you create it.
You created.
And I did it through my own seminars. When I've been to Bulgaria, my inner self start to ask for more. And this is how I moved.
So you find yourself in Cyprus. Cyprus became that place of peace where you can look down deep into yourself and reinvent yourself, just like you said.
It's like it's your place which you recognize and you say, wow, this is my home, man. How I forgot this. And I saw this and I said, this is my home, not Bulgaria. Cyprus is my home. This is how I feel. It's the peace of me. Cyprus is not easy to make business.
Okay, that's another topic. All right. Now, I love what you said. Home is not where you're actually born. Home is where you're comfortable. Home is where you can build something. Home is where you are actually welcome. Thank you very much for that, Krasimir. So let's go to Clementine. What is it about Cyprus that you love personally that supports your work, your family, and your well-being?
I love the lifestyle in Cyprus. I love that I can just walk by the sea and relax and, bring me this peace. I love the safety. Um, in certain place of France, for example, you don't go out at night. So I like that you can, just enjoy. I like that the children are safe. So that's, yeah, for me, very
All right.
important part.
That's amazing. So, guys, let's get straight to the real thing, business. What is the biggest challenge as a foreigner building a business in Cyprus?
Well, as I said, the lifestyle, the weather, the sun, the sea, the people, they don't want to develop here. Like the different countries, the people, they realize they have a problem and they go for it to fix. Here in Cyprus is completely different. Have in mind, we live in a country which the English, they work 300 days in a year to come for 20 days in Cyprus. And we have it every day. So we have what the people, they dream of already. And we have a very good base on where to stop. The rest, not many people are satisfied on the island, except because we have already like given to us. We have the 10 months in the year. We have a sun. We are surrounded by the energy, not in Nicosia, but we are surrounded by the energy, by the vibration of the tourists. When you walk next to the hotel, you get this vibration, you get this atmosphere, this air of the real tourist people. And we said, man, I live here. I feel this. I have my friends. What more I need?
Okay. So because this is too, it's comfortable, there is no room to build more. I'm already good. This is what people are longing for. This is what people are coming to.
Voila. And many people say, why you don't build a restaurant? Good luck, build a restaurant. This is, if I hate someone, I'm gonna wish him this. You have successful restaurant. What it means, 340 days in the year. There's no Christmas, there's no New Year, there's no Easter, there's nothing. You are married for not for your wife, not for your children. You're married for your restaurant. So if you want to do this business, good luck.
Okay, so are there any businesses in Cyprus that you think are really working well?
On the island,
Yes, now that you talked
no.
about restaurants.
100% the island is struggling from building a business and all kind of bullshits. Everybody, this island, what I notice are coming the people living here who already have their business. I'm surrounded by expats. No one of these people work here. They work their online stuff.
Oh,
They work their online, they're influencers, or they have businesses in Russia, they have businesses in Bulgaria, they have different kind of businesses. And here the business in Cyprus is struggling. Not many people say this. Many people, they want to make themselves to look successful. What is behind the curtain? Behind the curtain, when you go in Zara, what is behind the curtain? Maybe it's somebody naked. Well, but behind the curtain, you believe that it's, well, something really nice. It's true. Let's take the curtain and see the reality.
all right. That's really interesting. So what you're saying is, like they say in Cyprus, siga is the problem because everyone is going slowly. No need for a rush. What would you say to someone who is out there, not in Cyprus, and wants to really come to Cyprus, enjoy the sun that is available, enjoy the weather that is really good, and also build something for themselves here, not online like you mentioned? What would you say to such person? Don't come, or there is a possibility to make it here?
Oh, excuse my French, but maybe I'm negative. You want to come here? You're big in Germany? Voila, come and taste yourself on this market here. You going to crash. Hold your business in Germany, but come here. Live here. It's beautiful to live. But to make a business, you can do it. Rent a car. It must be connected with the tourist. You can do it with a rent a car. You can do finances. You can make a forex. All these forex companies we have right now.
Yes.
Well, do you think they deal with the yaya from Kukla or from Aglanja? No. They are dealing with the people from Australia, from Canada, they're here for the taxes, not because of voila. That's why they're moving to Dubai now. You put them 2% taxes more and they run away from somewhere else.
Mm.
And the good business, I know the big companies like TUI or they go to the hotel, they make the deal, they praise the hotel so much that the owners, they're bleeding. They're bleeding for many years. They take the loan from the banks and then they close the hotel. I've been working in this industry for 10 years. And yeah, I'm not negative, I'm realistic.
Yeah, thank you for being honest. This is an honest conversation. And maybe someone will say otherwise, but thank you so much for your opinion. And now let's switch back to Clementine. Clementine, I didn't do a lot of introduction about her. She's also a neuro reflex specialist. Am I right?
Right, that's correct.
Neuro reflex is not a very popular topic. So, in simple terms, what can you say about it? And why do I need it daily?
So, neuroreflex therapy is actually about retraining the brain, and the function of the body is like resetting the brain. It's based on neuroplasticity, so the ability of the brain to change. And how do we need every day? Well, the nervous system is controlling everything in our body. This has to do how we handle stress, how we also sleep, how we respond to, daily criticism also. So it's a lot of part of our life, actually.
Okay. So we can learn how to manage stress. I believe that a lot of people have today stress from work, stress from relationships, A lot of stress going on today. So you mean you can help them how to manage this?
Yes, you can help the body to go back into what we call homeostasis, which is the regulation of the nervous system. So even if they will go through stress, the body will learn how to recover faster.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know the brain can be retrained. Thank you for sharing that. All right, let's get back to Krasimir. You want to say?
Can you ask her a question? From where she have more clients? From Cyprus or from all around?
That's true. Now we're talking business. Where are your clients from? Do you have locals?
No, very few locals. I also work online, and actually I have people coming from all over the world to Cyprus
Okay.
to have therapy with me to train them. But in Cyprus, it's very challenging. I didn't find people so open, maybe.
Oh, why is that? Is it they're not informed or they don't feel they need it?
I guess has to do with education to really educate them, understand how it works. Many people confuse Neuro Reflex with reflexology also. So, and they think that it might be like something relaxing. So it's really come to education, I would say. And I can see that it takes usually a little bit longer time in Cyprus.
Okay. All right. For you who is listening and you don't know what is neuroreflex therapy, just check it out. It might be something that you really truly need and will save you a lot of stress. Let's get back to Krasimir. Krasimir is also a great public speaker, an event organizer. I call him Sir Krasimir. Why? Because he's a kingmaker and he's been doing a lot of events. But behind all of that, what is it? You have created a lot of events, including the Millionaire Business School in Cyprus. What is it behind it that people don't know about?
You know, if you have a business, but you don't care about the people, why do you have this business for? Our events are always to give value. It's coming deep from who you are. You know this very well.
Mhm.
I never make events to make money. I make events to bring value. That's why we had people coming from Australia. They're paying 6,000 euro for a ticket.
That's really far away.
Yeah. And after 2 days, they said, I'm ready to pay 6,000 euro again.
Wait, did you say 6,000 euros
Yes.
for an event?
Actually, for the 2 specific days after the event. But imagine you're a millionaire, you have a lot of money, you make 10,000 euro a day profit, clear profit, but all your friends are lost, are poor, they're struggling. Are you going to hold what you know for yourself to feel significant, or are you going to share with these people around? If you don't share, what is the meaning of this? Meaning that you are inside deeply afraid to give to them because you're not going to get. I have many friends which I don't know if I can call them friends, but they make a lot of money, but they are afraid and scared to spend the money for a coffee. This is a very poor mindset. And I have people which they don't have much, but they give everything because they understand once I give, I will receive back. The events we are organizing, they are not for everyone. For the people which they make a lot of money and they don't want to spend 200 euro to get the value of the network of the people around which you will never get. You get on the same level, you will connect with them, and if you don't want to pay 200 euro, better stay in your house. Stay in your house, you buy promotion food from Lidl, and you live your life. Enjoy your bank account, open, see the numbers. This is the life you choose. I'm not judging. But if you really want, if this one inside is screaming for something more, let me see who is Godwin. Let me go and hug him. Let me go and talk to this person to see what brings him here. This is how I'm going to learn. Not from, okay, let me see what I can get from Godwin. Godwin, what is your business? Ah, okay. And from the moment I ask you a question, I'm not interested of your business. I'm interested in what I can sell to you.
Mm.
This is a taking mentality. And that's why guys, all the networking events, they screw up. Because you're going and you give 50 different cards, business cards to everyone, and you're wondering why nobody call me after. Because you don't spend time with one person. Spend time only with one person, not with 50 to say your name. Nobody remember your name, believe me. Spend time with one person. Take his phone number. Go for a coffee. Go for a dinner. Go for a walk. And create friendship. Don't lose your time going for a network and buying new clothes. No, it's not. Nobody see what you have. Just give. Be a giver, like you. You're a giver.
Yes. So it's all about connection and giving value in your events.
Yes, but all these connections, if you're not connected with yourself, how you can connect with others?
That's true. But you said something that I want to get a balance. So your events, you don't do it to make money. You said that, yes? And then your event is costing 6,000 euros. You just mentioned someone pays that amount. So does that mean you don't make money from it?
There are certain different kind of tickets. The people who pay 6,000 euro, they got 5 days in a 5-star hotel. Then they get exclusive group in another 2 days, all inclusive, the hotel, the spa, the
This is like the VIP, the
this
top of
is
the top.
this is a diamond. This is get connected with the top 10 people. And the best clients are the clients who pay more. They really appreciate. The clients which they pay less, they ask for more and they complain more.
All right. Thank you for that enlightenment. Let's go to Clementine and see what we can get from her concerning this. So, a lot of people attend seminars, networking events, masterminds, and motivation. When they come back from it, they go back to the same life. They say, this thing is not working. From the point of neuroscience, how can you explain this? How does the motivation just fade away so fast?
So imagine when you are in the room, right, with a lot of people, you're aligned with them. We're having what we call mirror neurons. So these mirror neurons always adapt to the environment. For example, let's say I am here now and it starts to be very hot. What will happen with my body is my body will start to activate a system of regulation, which is I'm going to sweat to adapt to the temperature of the room. And this is the same thing that is happening. When there is a lot of people in one room with a lot of energy, motivation, enthusiasm, then you start to catch it also. And you start to be motivated, you start to act different way. And then you go back in your old environment where people maybe are limiting you because they don't see as much your potential. You know, it's been proven by science that if people believe in you, then you're much more likely to actually do the things that they believe you are able to do. So that's one thing that is happening. And that's why we really work with actually mastermind, but not only like 2-3 days. It's having an accountability partner is so important to having this consistency, to always maintain this energy.
Okay.
This is so important.
All right. Thank you for that. So what I'm getting from you is the environment is playing a role because this person find themselves in an environment with people with high energy, they're connected to it. And then the moment they left the room, went back to their usual environment, they fall back to their default.
Yes, all of their fear come back also. And they start also maybe to be afraid of the change, right? Because change means that maybe they might lose their tribes, they might lose the people they connect usually with. They might fail. They might be, maybe other things that they might lose on the way. And one of the things we are really consistent with is with our identity.
Identity. Okay, so when your identity is strong, the environment will not affect it that much. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, the identity is always strong. Yeah. You're always very consistent with who you
Who you
believe
are.
you are. Yes. Like smokers, for example, they know that smoking is not good for them, but they keep on smoking because that's their identity. They are smokers. So it's not about being strong or weak, it's about you will always be consistent with your identity. So, how can you change this identity, the person you become, to actually match the goals you want in your life?
That's amazing. Talking about goals and success, let's talk with Krasimir. Now, one of the biggest topic that people are always scared of, because you talked about fear, is failure. Have you ever failed in your business, in leadership? And what does this test in you?
Uh, like I said, I give up in the nighttime, then I stand up, wake up, and I continue in the morning. I have so many doubts. I have so many failures. But I remember what Elon Musk he said when they asked him a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why you didn't give up on the second failure? I never give up. It's so strong. Give up from what? Give up from yourself. Give up from your soul. Give up from your life, from what you love, from what make you powerful, for what make you meaningful, for what make your day shiny. To go down and to say, okay, this is the way I am. To go back, to do the things you don't like, to hide from yourself. What it means to give up. And failure, it's not actually a failure. Okay, some people, the entrepreneurs, they found a different way. It's like, yeah, failure, it's painful. It's painful.
It should be.
But this is how you regulate yourself. Okay, if you are really stubborn and you hit in the same place over and over, then you will fail all your life. But you need to realize this is how when the awareness comes. What I'm doing wrong, what I did right. And yes, I fail, but I'm keep moving, keep moving.
That's really interesting, never giving up. But can you point a finger to something that this is what I failed in?
Oh, yes. It was one of my favorite events. A Russian event. It's about from 0 to 1,000,000. I never say in public. Not many people know this. We connect with all the Russian influencers. We connect with a different kind of podcasts. We connect with different groups, with Telegram groups, with all that kind of groups. We spend thousands of euro for advertising
Mm-hmm.
in Limassol specifically, with the moms in Cyprus. Everything you can imagine. Everything you can imagine. We did very, very hard work. And on the day of the seminar in Karab Mill, we had only 30 people.
Only 30.
30 people. And you
What
can.
was your target number?
The room was ready for 250 people. The
So,
Karab Mill can take 600 people.
okay.
You bring someone.
So you had 10% success. Let's make it sound good.
Yes. Yeah. Compared with the cost was, yes, 10% less expenses.
Okay.
But it was very painful.
Yes.
It was more than painful to see the disappointment in the eyes of others. But you know what kept me? I didn't see the disappointment in her eyes.
So you have a good support.
I had a great support.
That's lovely. All right, that's really good. So talking about failure and pain, Clementine, what happens to the body, to the brain when someone has a failure, a pain, and it's not processed properly?
It's like a trauma. It's become like trauma, and you will avoid it at all costs. So it's like a program you have in your brain to avoid at all costs this pain again. That's why it's very important to process it and to heal it.
How do you do that?
How do you do that? You have to go back to the event and seeing it in a different way. An event is just an event until you give it a meaning. Only you give it this meaning. So you have to change the meaning, to shift the perspective, and to see what lesson you can learn from it. When you do this, then it's not painful anymore because you learn something very powerful about it.
Okay, you mean I reduced the pain because I wanted to have 350 people in the room. I got just 30. I processed that by saying, okay, these 20 people are great people. I lost a lot of money. How do I truly? Because, we say it easy and it's very difficult for someone out there how they really can manage this. Do they need a support system? Do they need to talk to someone? Can they handle it all by themselves?
Yeah, many times they might need to have a strong support system afterwards. A lot of commitment because their nervous system will try to avoid it.
Mm.
So they need someone to really have very strong accountability to keep on doing. And they might want to start small so that they can feel safe again.
Mhm.
And then they can increase again.
I like that. Start small. Sometimes we go really big. We have this big idea. We want to get it. It's better to be, one of my mentors says, it's better to be slow and sure than to be fast and fall. So start step by step and you get there. All right. Now we talk about support system, and Krasimir just mentioned that during this time he had a very great support system. Krasimir, how important is it to have partners, mentors, and all of this in your course of growth? What would you say about that?
Mentors and supportive group like a mastermind, it's crucial. If you don't have them, you're going to fail. Sorry.
That's straight. That's hard.
It, this is the reality. I'm not giving you sugar candy. And I'm telling you, take the sugar candy, you will not become fat. No, take the sugar candy and you will become fat. And then you have to go in the gym for 1 month to take all this. If I one of the things I don't realize, I don't understand is like why I want to get the success of the person who have experience of 10 years how to make the podcast. But I don't want to pay to this person to teach me his own experience, mistakes, and everything. Why? I'm gonna learn by myself. Okay, it's gonna be cheaper for me. Why should I pay to them? I see it's so simple. Boom! Your head in the wall. Boom! And then you give up. You give up because you see what you're losing by paying, but you don't see how much losing by not paying to these people with their experience, to this mentor who failed 20 times and was in debt. And then after 1 month, he bought an apartment for 5 million. How this happened? Well, this is not for me. I'm just a waiter. Oh, this is not for me. I'm an immigrant. These here people, they are racist and excuses. It's complete excuse. Watch yourself, see yourself who you are in the mirror, and say, man, I think I have problem with you, not with them. So this is it. Why should I pay? Because you must pay. You cannot go to the cinema without paying the ticket and to go inside to watch the movie, which is €1 million production. If you want to watch, well, okay.
All right. That's amazing. So, Clementine, the nervous system, how does it support a human being who is trying to turn their ideas into real outcomes?
So, can you reframe your
For
question?
example, now we just talked about people, someone will say, say, I can do this on my own. I don't need other people. I don't need this. How is the brain processing that? And then they're eventually going to fail. But if they actually got some help, followed other people who have walked that path, there is a high possibility of them succeeding in what they intend to achieve. So, but how is the brain processing this information?
Well, first of all, if you just follow someone that already had this done before you, you're going to feel much more safe, right?
Okay.
And everything, when you have to come an idea to come to an income, it's mean that you have to execute these ideas. And the way to do it is you need consistency. And in order to be consistent, you need to create actually new neural pathway. Because if you want a new goal, obviously you don't have it yet. You need to make something different. Otherwise, you will have it already. So as you have to try something different, you have to create new neural circuits, let's say, in the brain.
Okay.
The way I explain it usually, it's called the path of the snow. So imagine you have to go to your work.
Yes.
And there is a lot of snow outside. And there is one path that you always take every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very easy to walk through this path. Everything is clean, so you keep on walking there. But now you want to take a different road. So the first time you're going to make some small footprints, it's going to be more hard. It's going to take you more time. But when you keep on walking the same path, it's becoming easier and easier. And then after you have a very clear path in the snow, and the old one will start to go away, be covered by the snow. And that's what we do when we do neuroplasticity. We're creating new neural pathway, we're creating new habits so that you can be consistent and finally get new results.
That's beautiful. So in order to achieve something new, I need to create a new neural pathway. That's the word you use.
Yeah, otherwise you will have it already. If it was easy, if it was something you've already done, you will have this goal very easily. But you have to do something different.
I see. That's why I think I heard a quote that says you cannot continue doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Different results. Yeah.
I get that now. So it also works with the brain. Thank you very much for that. Krasimir, you have been in very big mastermind rooms. You have actually created some yourself. But what I want to know is what separates someone from the other? You have people in the room who are turning their ideas into income. They're bringing out great things after attending the mastermind. You have some people who are stuck in planning. They're always planning. I have this big plan. What is the difference?
You know, when I was working as a barman, I had my dream to travel around the world and to work on my laptop. This was 12 years ago. And then I found one very affordable, funny price program was for 30 euro. It was how to make drop shipping in eBay and Amazon. The program was okay. You watch the program, you make everything what necessary, how to list the product in everything. But what made the big difference here when I was going to these events? When I was losing my hope, or everything what they say on these videos, I did it, but then was something different. And when somebody stand up and said, I make a sales of 3,000 products and I make 10,000 euro profit, you say, wow. And this guy is the same program like I am.
Yes.
And I go to talk to him and he said, listen, I did this, I did this, I did this. You have to do this and this and this. Try and you will see. This is the shortcut to success. You get to the people which they already have the result. The program, one book can give you a lot of things. But one book can make people successful and one book can make people miserable. So go to these people which are successful and said, what did you see in this book and make you successful? This is what the mastermind is. This is when you get what Clementine said. When you get to the people which they make 3,000 euro a day profit, they see life differently. They see everything completely different. They see opportunities. And the other people, really, which they they struggle in their life. They see only how to survive. This 10%, which we are calling it in our seminars, like the food and all this, the accommodation stuff, they struggle for these things. So the mastermind is exactly this. If you don't believe in yourself, at least you find somebody who really believes in you.
And someone who has actually walked that path already.
Yes. But also, if I see the potential, when I see the potential in you, I tell you, Cotton, what you doing, man? Look, you're born for much more. And you start to say to yourself, he believes in me. Why me not to believe? And I start to dig in and I stand up. And this is what the coaches, they do with all their people which they're winning a Wimbledon or whatever it is. This is what they do. They believe in them. And this is what is in Mastermind. We believe in each other. We believe in our missions and we don't judge. We do not judge. We believe, we help, support. That's it.
Thank you very much. Now that takes me to action. Most people have plans. Some take action. Some don't take action at all. Some have a lot of hesitation. What is stopping people internally, Clementine, from taking action?
One of the things I was explaining is the identity. So when you have an identity, we all have an identity, but if you have an identity of being procrastinator or anything like you want to start to earn 10,000 euros, but your identity is someone who earns 1,000 euros a month, it's going to be very difficult to shift this because you're going to self-sabotage yourself. We have what we call a financial thermostat. Have you heard about it?
No. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So, for example, the same way as a thermostat is controlling the temperature, so let's say you put it to 25 degrees, yeah? And it starts to be hot in the room. What's happening is that the thermostat will start to cool down the room.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes, true.
Or if it's too cool, it will bring back to the normal temperature. So we have what we call a financial thermostat. So if you're, for example, someone that is earning 1,000 euros a month, when you will start to have less money, something happens, some cost, your nervous system will start to activate and you will have to find ways to be more productive, to find this money that is missing for you. And you'll find ways because this is your thermostat. The problem is that it's happening also in the other sense. Okay. So if you start to have more income,
which is good.
Yeah, which is good, right?
Yes.
But then after, your nervous system will start to feel unsafe. It's not used to about this. So the temperature, the same as the thermostat, has to cool down. The same is with the money. You will start to self-sabotage. You will start to miss some appointments, meetings, because your nervous system feels out of balance. So it's kind of like homeostasis of the body, a system of regulation of our body.
That's really interesting. But my question is, who set the thermostat for me? I don't like to have more money. Or did I set the thermostat for myself to have just 1,000 euros and I'm stuck with that?
So the environment, it's one of the major parts of our thermostat, and that starts with our childhood. Okay. So the biggest influence in our childhood is our parents, right? So if you, for example, hear your parents arguing about money in front of you, you might push it away because for you have associated arguing and pain with money. So every time there will be some opportunities about money, you'll tend to push it away.
That's interesting. Krasimir, do you have something to say about that?
No, actually, I used to have a big problem with money. I grew up in the communism. It was a great time, when you're a child and your parents, they really take care of you. You don't feel this. But I realized in one of the seminars, we had to do exercise. And not to take a lot of time, but in the seminar, it was like we were giving money to each other, like, do you want money? And each of us, we had a certain amount of money.
Yes.
And we were giving. Godwin, do you want 20 euro? You say yes. Clementine, do you want 20 euro? Yes. And until I give the money. And when some people ask me, do I want 50 euro? Of course, all the money in the end went for a charity, but I all the time was staying without the money during this game. I wanted to give, when Clementine gave me money, I wanted to give them to someone, to get rid of them. For me, the money, they were evil. And then I realized something. I never had the cash in my wallet. It was always empty. And it was like, wow, it's something huge.
That was eye-opening.
Yes, like from the moment I get the money, I want to see where to spend them. And this is a big realization for me to realize that I need to work on it.
Wow, this is amazing because I know money is one of the big things today. And if we don't find out what is our thermostat and work on it, we will be having the same thing unconsciously over and over, where we don't get where it's coming from. So that's really deep. And good thing is you have seminars that address that. So if anyone is interested in, they will definitely link up with you. Now, we talked about identity. You are a father. You are also a husband to beautiful Clementine. And we talk business a lot, but let's calm down. As a father, as a husband, what are the things that you still struggle with that no one knows about?
You know, when you have a business, when you are really committed to deliver to other people, sometimes you get lost. I don't want to talk the things I know I learned from the books. I want to talk from the experience life. When you have a lot of business, you care for others, you want to create big things, you leave your family behind, your children, you leave them on the phones. They're not playing with you. They ask for your time. I don't want to play the perfect father. Oh, no. No. I many times I said, not now. Not now, Julia. Not now, Julia. I'm busy. I said many times. Then I feel sorry. When I see them sleeping, I feel sorry. I said, I didn't have the time for them again. Because I want to save the world. I want to do this. I want to do that. Sometimes I get very upset with myself. I throw everything. I said, leave it. And I go and play with her. And you know what I realize? She doesn't need much of my time. She needs 10 minutes and then she's happy. But sometimes we are so busy to make the world better place.
Better place, great place.
Which is already better place, but not in our head.
Start at home.
Exactly. Well, no, let me do my business and then I start at home. And then you open another business. And then in the end, your children, they grow up so much and you say, what happened? I did everything for them. No, man, you did everything for yourself. Let's be honest here. Nothing for them. You did nothing. You just give them money. The children want your time. That's it. Juliet told me yesterday, Papa, I don't want to be so much on the phone, but I want to play with someone. I cannot play with anyone. And this is so big, man. It's like, it's like, why I'm doing this? Why I'm doing to create a big business and then to create a big pain in my family, which my family is connected with me. What I'm proving to the world. It's a big realization.
All right, that is really deep. And let's not just hear from the men's side. We've been talking. Let's hear from Clementine how this is for you, even as a neuro reflex specialist and a mother as well. How do you process this, and what is the balance one can create to have good business running and also take care of their family?
It's very challenging, this balance. I'm not always in balance. Like Krasimir was explaining, yes, you have to find maybe some time during the day to give to your children. I also have a son with special needs, so I have to give also extra time for therapies, for example. So yes, it's not easy to find this balance between work and family.
So there is no way out. We are stuck to this. We either do business or we do family.
No, you have to prioritize things. Prioritize, it's, action express priorities. So what do you prioritize? How do you organize yourself during the day? So maybe to have a half an hour a day with your children, and then you can work on your business. How there is something maybe you might delegate to other people. And you don't need to do everything yourself.
Okay, that's good. All right, thank you very much. Krasimir, while reading about you, I saw that you have an event that is coming up from idea to income. And my question for you is, yes, I know you have been doing a lot of events, but what did you see that you say we need to address this properly? Because I know that a lot of people have ideas, but how can they turn their ideas to income? I'm correct, right? You have an event on the
Yes.
2nd of May.
Yes.
Okay.
How you can turn your idea? Well, first, it's to believe in yourself that your ideas are possible. Not just I have an idea. To see your values, what you can do, because the ideas are easy to make an idea, but then what you need to get to make this. I have an idea to make a cake today. Can we do a cake? Well, I don't have all the ingredients to make a cake. Let's keep it an idea. Yeah, you are right. These days, with I sound maybe like every single person. With AI, it's so easy to make money. Why with AI it's so easy to make money? Why these days it's easy to make money, but the people don't have money? Why? Because they're watching outside. You cannot create something. Everything is coming from inside you. Many people say, I want the techniques. You will get the techniques. You will get 100 techniques how to make this. You will get 100 techniques how to take care and how to get the wife, how to take care of your children. Why your children are not happy, why you're divorced. Because it's coming from inside. You will get 100 techniques how to make the business step by step. You go to the gym, you make the muscles. You make what? You make 8 reps, this and this and this and this. And in the end of the day, you don't do them. Why you don't do them? You have everything what you have to do. You have step by step. It's not that you don't know how to do. It's not actually you don't know what to do. But what is stopping you? You don't know how. This is what we are going to do there. It's you come to the event. Imagine you come to the event, you sit, you don't know anyone, you're introvert, you don't know anyone, you sit and you see some 2 strange people next to you, and then the music stop, the speakers stop coming and start talking to you, connect with you, then you start to move, your body start to move, and you say, wait a second, I see this person next to me, the left and the right, they're like me, we start to talk, then we connect, then I see them on Monday, then I start to believe more in myself. I say, well, look, I was surrounded by this kind of people. This one have the same struggle. This one have the same struggle. Look what they said. Mastermind is the group. Guys, let's get together. Let's build this. And it's more believe in yourself. Everything starts with inside. This is it. You need to start to believe yourself again, because when you fell down, this is not rah-rah, it's not motivational. When you fell down, and if everybody believes that you deserve to be down because you failed, then you will not stand up. But when you are surrounded by people like this, you have your ideas. Well, all these millionaires, billionaires, they screw up with 100 ideas. One idea, they make it success when they become billionaires, and everybody said, man, I want to be like you. Really? Go and fail 100 times. Well, I don't want, I want only this time. Well, good luck then. You work for me. And this is what this event is giving. It's giving you the belief in yourself. It's giving you to surround yourself with the people. It's giving you to understand that you are a person which I can sell a house for 3 million to someone who have money. Even I live in 1-bedroom apartment and I'm struggling to pay my rent. This is what, because I believe, and I'm serving you. I believe you're a good guy. I believe this house for 3 million will go good for you, for your children, for your lovely wife. So you will get this. And when I come this from service, from my heart, from my love to you, then I make a business. This is what this seminar is giving. If you come for techniques, how to make money, don't come. You will just spend 200 euros. Just don't come. If you come for something more, then you are more than welcome. Because techniques, you can find them in Google. You ask ChatGPT. You can ask YouTube. There's so small educational videos. But why you're not successful then? I have 100 books at home. Why I'm not successful? Sorry, I get excited, but this is the truth. When I fail, I call someone, a friend of mine, I say, man, you can do it. And you keep moving. You keep moving. You keep moving.
Thank you very much. When Krasimir talked, I got motivated, but I began to think again, wait a minute, Clementine said something before about financial thermostat. So let me get back to how to check if there is something in my neuro system that can help me to get my idea into income, or there is something that can also stop me. You know, if I get all this motivation, yes, I want to do it now, and then something stops me, I don't even know what, and it's happening many times. So what is it with my nervous system? Is there anything like that?
Yeah, there will be something, the fear might stop you. Yes, a fear of being successful sometime, like fear what the other people will think of you. And then we can work with
I can fear to be successful?
yeah, that sounds crazy, right?
Yes.
But you can have one part of yourself that wants to be successful, but then your unconscious part, which is 80% of your system, which is much stronger, that is actually afraid of losing their friends or thinking what other people will think. Maybe people will be jealous. And all of this part might just, help you to self-sabotage all the time. So becoming aware of what has been sabotaging me, creating a different environment also for yourself, like Krasimir was explaining, when you have people that actually really want to support you, to help you to move together, that can create the right environment. And it's effortless. As I explained, we have like mirror neurons. And so you will always adapt to your environment. So you don't have to make much effort. You don't have to push so hard. The environment helps you to actually move out of this fear.
All right, thank you very much. Now that we talk about success, let me just get Krasimir to finish this sentence for me, honestly. And my sentence that I have says that success means nothing if
Success means nothing
if
I'm not connected with myself, if I'm not serving others.
Success means nothing if you're not connected to yourself, if you're not connected to others. That's really deep. And for Clementine, I know you're helping people to heal. So healing begins when? Complete the sentence.
I will say when you start to become aware and take responsibility.
Healing begins when you start to be aware and take responsibility. That is really great. And I want to thank you all very much. We've been talking about growth, we've been talking about business, we've been talking about Cyprus. And I would like to end with this amazing quote that I read today. I love quote. It says, to understand growth begins the moment you make a decision. But in the moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is to do nothing. And that's really beautiful. So if you have been listening to us, Krasimir just talk about his event, Clementine just talk about her services, the decision is actually in your hand. If you would decide to take the right decision, the wrong decision, or do nothing about it. Thank you. Thank you, Krasimir.
Thank you.
And thank you, Clementine.
Thank you.
It was nice having you.